third quarter game right here. This is the toughest one you got. We're kicking into the wind. It's going to be a shorter kick. You got to hump it down the field.
Second down now. Good push inside on second down, defense. Put it in the end zone this time. Let's go.
Come on, Angie, get in the game.
In 1988, the sights and sounds of competitive winning football returned to Giant Stadium.
That's the way to go. That's a good series right there. That last drive's the best running drive we had in about 2 years right there. Starting to look like we can get something done.
One year after their fall to last place, the Giants waged a season-long battle for supremacy in the NFC East. Along the way, they swept both the Redskins and the Cowboys and amassed 10 victories. But it was a testament to the high standards of excellence set by the Giants of the 1980s that 10 wins was not enough. It was an up-and-down season with a number of frustrating losses. Missed opportunities to turn defeats into victories, and an inability to stop the opposition from making clutch plays in key situations prevented the Giants from attaining postseason glory.
Ball is a block. It's blocked. Free ball. Picked up by the Giants. By the Eagles. He's in. Bounced and free ball to the Eagles, and they scored a touchdown.
While the Giants lost their opportunity to make the playoffs, they did regain a sense of pride. The bitter memories of 1987 were wiped out by their fourth winning season over the last 5 years. And by bringing winning football back to Giant Stadium, they reaffirmed themselves as one of the NFL's premier teams of the decade. The Giants' resurgence in 1988 began with Bill Parcells, the man most affected by the last-place finish of 1987.
Bill Parcells sort of distanced himself from us last year, and I think he was very disappointed with the way things had gone, particularly the replacement games, and as a result of that, he was somewhat cold and callous toward the ball players, which I don't think led to success.
This year he's been just the opposite. He's been Bill Parcells. You know, that's the man we know, the one that we're seeing now, who rants and raves and yells and cuts up and has some fun, but at the same time instructs us and gets us motivated to, to practice every day.
Let's go, Ricky. Softball's over, Rick. This is hardball tonight. Let's go, Odessa. Come on, kid. Come on, how about a big one tonight, all right? Just go run and catch that son of a... Don't make any don't worry about doing it perfect. Ain't gonna be perfect. Just go play.
We know a leader, we know a fun guy, a guy who enjoys his job, a guy who has fun watching other guys knock the crap out of other people, and that's the guy we know, and that's the guy we want to have around.
Let's go. Now, Joe, if your heart starts fluttering, we'll send you down to county emergency. Get you recycled, you know? Yeah, I know it is. I know it. Boy, it's a great night tonight, isn't it? If you can't play football tonight, now you better, get a job caretaking in the cemetery.
Opening night, 1988, was the kind of night Bill Parcells was talking about.
New Year, this is one for us. New Year, here we go.
The presence of the Washington Redskins, a nationally televised audience, and the inspiring return of Carl Nelson provided a dramatic setting for one of the most memorable opening day triumphs in team history.
Kicking from the 30, midway between the low snap. It's blocked, and it's blocked by Gary Reason. Giants have the ball. They're going to score. Flynn. Tom Flynn. That play reference. Williams looking for a receiver. Williams is hit. Free ball. Giants have it. Taken out of the air. Here comes in Jimmy Burt. Burt is going to score. Jim Burt. The whole Giant team is after him.
They better not jump on his back. You slow! Hey, you slow! Jimmy Burt, let's go, baby!
In 1988, however, the Giants lived and died by the big play.
Crowd into the game. Montana drops back behind the 15, throwing long, way down for Rice. Complete! He's going to score!
Jerry Rice's stunning last-second touchdown in Week 2 was symbolic of the Giants' early season inconsistency. They split their first 6 games as a revamped offensive line featuring Bart Oates, Billy Ard, and William Roberts worked to find the right chemistry with youngsters Doug Riesenberg, Eric Moore, and Jumbo Elliott. The running game struggled, but there were highlights like Mo Carthan's first NFL touchdown and Joe Morris's romp into the record book. The offense ultimately came to life with the improvement of the Giants' trio of young second-year receivers. Before injuries grounded them, Mark Ingram, number 82, and Odessa Turner, number 83, displayed game-breaking potential, while number 85, Stephen Baker, proved to be a truly sensational touchdown maker.
Second and goal from the 6. Hibbs is going to pass. If he has a chance, they're after him. He throws too deep. Set the back line. Oh, signal, yes! Touchdown! He had both feet in.
That Baker is sensational.
Incredible. He was over the line. He got both feet in.
Young hands also infused new life into the defense. The cornerback position was strengthened by the improved play of Mark Collins and by the surprising development of rookie Sheldon White, who led the team in interceptions. The talented defensive line of Eric Dorsey, Eric Howard, Jim Burt, and Leonard Marshall slowly but surely became a dominant force at the line of scrimmage. In a Week 7 encounter against Detroit, they shut out the Lions in the second half, while the offense turned out 20 unanswered points in the convincing 30-10 victory.
Sims fakes the handoff again. In the pocket. Going long, way down for Baker. Complete touchdown!
It was the beginning of a wild 4-game winning streak where the Giants found every conceivable way to win.
Millen looking for a receiver this time. Throws screen. Intercepted! Banks scores! This is for the game. Spot. Pick up. Plenty distance. It's going to be good!
And the Giants win in overtime, 13-10. And they remain on top of the lead in the Eastern Division, a very important victory.
Against Dallas, the Giants dispensed with last-second heroics as they rolled to a 26-0 halftime lead en route to their 7th victory of the season.
Sims rolling right away from the pressure. He's going end zone again. He's got Baker. Touchdown, and he's in.
1 year after their last-place finish, a sense of honor was restored as the Giants battled their way back to the top of the NFC East. Game day at Giants Stadium.
You got it. I know you do. You're going to kick some ass. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Go, Pep.
Look, we're going to go deep kick middle, okay? Deep kick middle. Let's hump your ass down there and make a play. Ready?
Let's go. Red. Go deep. Ball.
I'm going to tell you now, they're tackling our guys on pass protection. Talk to that umpire. Left tackle, the left tackle.
All right, so look, on that two coverage there, even though Andy should be dropping on that, when you get this shot right here, then just go ahead and play the play on the cover.
You knock your guy down inside as far as you can on this, okay? That's a good-looking play. Look, when you come inside on those screen moves and the guard's sitting there, take it upfield and then come inside on the guard.
The sound and spectacle of a Giants game makes for a true theatrical setting, where the hits keep right on coming. Perry Williams, Terry Kennard, Pepper Johnson, and Carl Banks are among the physical giants. But year in and year out, Lawrence Taylor remains the team's most intimidating presence. Despite missing the season's first 4 games, LT terrorized quarterbacks with 15 sacks as he earned his 8th consecutive Pro Bowl berth. Another player who also seems to be on the hot seat every Sunday is quarterback Phil Simms. In 1988, Simms gutted out another superb season and continued to demonstrate why he is one of the league's best field leaders. While Lionel Manuel had his best season ever, accumulating over 1,000 aerial yards, make no mistake about who is the main man on the Giants' offense.
Phil is a catalyst. He really is. He's a guy that we have a lot of respect for. He's been on the field through thick and thin. He's taken a lot of bumps and bruises. He takes the complaints and the adulation. He's the kind of a guy that we can rally around, and we know when he's in there, he can get the job done and make the big plays.
That fact was clearly apparent in the crucial Week 12 encounter against the Eagles.
Simms over the middle. It is complete. Robinson, 45, 35, 30, 20 yards, 15. He's in.
Simms rallied the Giants from an early deficit to a 17-10 second-half lead.
Giants and Eagles are tied. Simms passes end zone. Touchdown, Baker!
But with the game and first place seemingly in hand, disaster struck. Minus Simms, the Giants lost in overtime. 1 week later, in New Orleans, the Giants' season seemed doomed. But in one of their greatest tests of character in 1988, an assorted group of backups and old standbys came through in the clutch.
Hostetler drops back, looks left. He's going left and going way deep, way down. He's got Baker the 40-yard line. Still his feet to the 30. He'll score. What a pass by Hostetler. 85 yards to Baker. Big handoff. Hit. Free ball. Scramble. Giants have it. Let's see if it's a fumble recovery. It is.
Lawrence Taylor, adding to his growing legend as the decade's most dominant defender, led an inspired defensive effort. In the final seconds in New Orleans, the Giants breathed new life into a suddenly promising season.
Back goes Rutledge. Rutledge in the pocket. He's running. He throws on the run from Baker. He's got it at the 10. This is the game. It's on the line right here.
The 25-yard
spot. Ball is up, and it's going to be good. Giants are on top.
21 seconds remaining.
The gut-wrenching Saint victory propelled the Giants into their finest overall performance a week later against St. Louis.
Sims looking, going end zone, touchdown, Stacy Robinson.
Phil Simms was back. Joe Morris rushed for over 100 yards, and goal line specialist O.J. Anderson romped for 3 touchdowns in a convincing 44-7 victory.
Anderson over the top, touchdown.
3rd touchdown for Otis Anderson against his former team.
As the Giants regained first place, Harry Carson revived an old tradition.
Pro set about 5 yards apart. Morris on the left side of Carthon. Sims looks, fakes to Morris, looking end zone, pumps, throws end zone deep, and it's complete. Touchdown, Bavaro.
Led by Mark Bavaro's 2 touchdowns, the Giants routed the Chiefs. As the season wound down, only the Jets stood between the Giants and an NFC East title. One famous fan of both teams had little trouble deciding who to root for.
You know, I haven't seen the Giants lose.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
You keep coming.
86. I didn't come last year.
Be our
That's
biggest
right.
fan.
Well, the Jets are going to be tough. And, you know, I sort of mixed emotions because I'm for the Jets, too, because it's also a home team. But I'm for the Giants on this occasion.
The showdown against the Jets was in many ways a microcosm of the Giants' entire season. They reverted back to their early season form and stumbled out of the gate. But in the final desperate second half, the Giants displayed a hint of championship characters.
Fakes, drops back, waiting for something to open. He's going to run, throws to Baker in the corner, touchdown!
Phil Simms, harassed all day by a fierce Jets pass rush, personally brought the Giants back with his verve and spirit. Simms, with the help of Lionel Manuel, engineered a scoring drive that was as glorious as any great chapter in the Giants' long and storied history.
Simms looking in the end zone, looking, throws end zone, touchdown!
With 5 minutes remaining, a division title and a playoff berth seemed firmly in place. But it was not to be. In the game's final seconds, the promise of a great season vanished into the outstretched hand of Al Toon. A season that had been filled with the sounds of competitive winning football came to a bittersweet and silent end. In 1988, the Giants said goodbye to Harry Carson and George Martin. In their final season, these 2 reliable old warriors were as effective as they had ever been. As they leave football together, they go out as 2 of the most distinguished men to ever wear the Giant blue. For Martin, there is a legacy of having played in more games as a Giant than any player. For Carson, the legacy is a Hall of Fame career, despite what Bill Parcells may have to say on that matter.
You're taking the worst coin toss guy in the league out there. He can't win anything.
Even when the other team
when they call it, he can't win anything. He never has been able to. That's one of the reasons he won't go to Canton. He couldn't win the coin toss. That Pro Bowl don't count. This coin toss counts a little bit.
I think that we have conducted ourselves in such a way that we would bring pride to the people of New York and New Jersey to identify us with a team with a winning tradition, even though there have been times when the team was down. But whenever they think of George Martin and Harry Carson, they'll think that, you know, those two guys were really two true Giants. You're my friend. Our careers are coming to an end. We're going perhaps in different directions, but you'll always be my friend until the day I die, hopefully.
And as we commonly say to one another, old warrior,
old reliable.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's all say thank you to George and Harry.
Yeah,
Lawrence Taylor,
really...
the oldest linebacker on the Giants team, man. Old guy. After a while, they're going to be saying you're over the hill, you're all washed up.
They were saying that last week, huh?
Harry Carson and George Martin leave behind a Giant team much stronger than many of the ones they played with over the years. It's a team that has been one of the decade's best. A team that stumbled at times in 1988, but a team that in the end restored a winning tradition that is likely to remain for seasons to come.
This video is part of a complete blockbuster lineup of NFL films capturing pro football's greatest plays and biggest heroes with crunches, follies, highlights, and Super Bowl hits, plus new releases each season. We've got action-packed videos of every superstar team in the NFL. Call 1-800-NFL-TAPE now for a free catalog and order your NFL hit today. Or look for NFL films at your nearby video store. The season's never over with NFL Films and Fox Hills Video.